Can you beat Elden Ring by only jumping? Now, when you clicked on this video, if you, for some reason, did not read the title of it, that is what this video is. Now, some of you who watch quite a bit of Elden Ring might be thinking, well, Tommy, this has been done like 50 times by 50 different YouTubers. And to that, I say, yes, quite a few of them have done this, but they did it wrong. See, when they say they're gonna beat the game by only jumping, what they do is they put on this special armor or this weapon ash that can get them to butt slam on all the enemies. And to that I say no. So that is not simply jumping. Here, I'll show you what jumping is. Yeah, that's how you jump. It's just a simple, pretty normal thing that you do quite a lot of the time with, you know, some jump attacks. Those are pretty powerful. But no weapons. No, only jumping. So now some of you might be thinking, well, how do you kill the enemies? Because there are quite a few enemies and bosses. Well, I'll show you. Alright, so the easiest way I have found to demonstrate this is sadly the dog. Now, I have different opinions on if you should kill this man or not, but quite a few people would get offended if you hurt this man here. But it's just such a convenient spot. So, sorry, dog. See, look at that. 2 damage. And all I did was jump on him. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm just gonna try and see if it is possible to beat the game by only jumping. Now, just before we begin, I'm gonna put some kind of rules and whatever, just kind of explaining what I'm actually doing here. I am not actually going to be beating the game. I'm just gonna see if it's possible, because it'd be very painful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can do damage to the boss. What I mean by that is, like, if I can find a ledge to jump on them. And quite a few bosses are optional, and you can do different ones, so it might take quite a bit of my time here. So if at any point of this video you do enjoy what you see, consider subscribing and liking and joining the Discord. The link will be in the description and the top comment. And just one more thing. There are quite a few glitches and certain things you can do in this game to, somewhat defeat a boss. And if I don't inflict damage by doing that said thing, then it is fair, as I'm just gonna say. And no, like, super major glitches unless I need to. With all that out of the way, let's begin. Alright, we got Mr. Mario here. I did this this character a long time ago, so doesn't look the greatest. UI, get out of the way, please. There we go. Look at the man. I don't know if Princess Peach will be very glad to see him this way, but yeah, Mario is out in the world. Alright, and now just one more thing in case people are, like, screaming at me. Like I said, I am not actually beating the challenge, so Mario is going to become invincible. And here we are, Mr. Marget the Fell Omen. Now, if I do not beat this boss, that is perfectly fine. Because, like I said in the beginning, Elden Ring is very confusing, and there's quite a lot of different ways you can actually accomplish beating this game. So, yeah, I just want to see if there is a possible ledge that I can get up on to actually beat this man. Now, before I actually do that, I'm going to jump into my other save where he's already defeated, just to make it easier to find an actual place I can jump up on. Now, first thing I'm going to do is just see if there's any sort of a height thing, because that is how I'm pretty sure you actually do damage to these enemies or bosses. Now, you might know that Elden Ring is very funny when it comes to falling and how much damage you actually get. So I don't know how possible this is gonna be, but yeah, I'm gonna look around here and see if I can find any good ledge to jump off of. Alright, so I think this might work, especially because there is a like a down thing, a down ramp, I guess you could call it. I don't know if it's really high enough though, and you can't really get a running jump. So I don't know about this one, but there's still quite a few spears, but I don't know if you can actually jump onto them. When you jump near them, they break, but from a distance, yeah, I don't think you can get on these things. This might be the first boss you can actually beat. So clearly you can't actually beat this boss by jumping on its head. Pretty sad. But there are glitches, and there are multiple ways to get around him. Now, one of them is there's like a hammer thing that you can use right here to get around the wall, which I don't think is actually a major glitch because that is a game feature based on the video I saw. I'm gonna try and find it. Saw it quite a bit ago, but and I'm pretty sure there's also a torrent skip where you can use your horse to jump over these walls. Now you can't actually use your horse in here, but there is some sort of glitch to get in this way. So, I'm gonna just call it a win because from what I can tell, you can actually you can skip this part without it being a very major glitch, which is what I like to see. So yeah, Marget, you are now technically defeated. Well, I'm not even gonna try it with Mario. I'm gonna have to try it with Glebius because yeah, I'm gonna start most bosses this way by just seeing if there are any ledges I can get onto. Because I'm pretty sure it'd be a very big pain if I tried to fight the boss while finding ledges. Now, Godrick, he's a pretty chunky boy. So it's going to be kind of hard to find many ledges to get high enough to jump on his head. I wonder if you can... Hold up. Okay, that sound is terrible. But this is looking sort of promising. Because it's kind of weird to jump up here. But I think you could get something. I'm gonna try and no clip up to that little corner on that wing there. This part, because this seems definitely possible to actually jump to. The only question is, can you actually stand here? And the answer seems to be yes, you can. Now, once you're here, okay, that looks possible. The hardest thing might be the actual positioning of Godrick, and he's such a chunky boy that it might not be possible. Also, ouch, but thank you. Look, I might just have to no clip up there. Yeah, like he's so big that I don't know if that'll be high enough. Like it's more of a boss fight to get no clip done before he starts raging. If this is possible, like this run, I feel bad for the person who's gonna try it, if they ever do. Oh, it is possible. There we go. Did you see that 3 damage? You could technically beat this man. Alright, so the next one. There are multiple actual bosses that you can pick here. But I think maybe Radon... Or no, okay. Actually, I think maybe, who would be the best for this? Because quite a few bosses, they have different steps that you have to actually take to get to them. But I'm pretty sure that snake dude, I forgot his name. I haven't played this game in a long time. Rykard, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I have found it thanks to the help of Google.com. If you search up Snake Man or who is Snake Man in Elden Ring, it will say Rykard. So I think he might be the best to try next because you can get to him without killing anybody. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I'm actually gonna go and find it, but if you so when you get to Volcano Manor, if you beat up the fat snake dude, not Rykard, the other fat snake dude, then behind that boss arena is a teleporter that can bring you down right to Rykard. So we should be fine here. Yes, here we are. Good old Volcano Manor. Alright, so I need to actually beat him up with Glebius, but that should be fine, for I am One Punch Man. I can do a lot of damage. Come here, Rykard. Roar. I'm not even gonna pick up the weapon. Roar. This is such a cool boss, but just give him a little punch to the face. Alright. So let's try and find a good old ledge that I can jump on. Because I'm pretty sure it's possible. Let's see here. Shut up, Rykard. Some of these ledges, it seems definitely possible. Okay, so Rykard, if you just saw there, he is massive. And I mean massive. So it's gonna be hard to actually jump on him, although his hitbox is very weird because he's kind of just like a circle blob. So there are definitely some low parts that you can jump on to make it easier. Now, where is that ledge? Like I said, I had very, very big issues fighting this boss when I first started the game, so I actually had to look up a tutorial to like get to these ledges, which I'm pretty sure it's not too difficult if you just find the right one. It might be this. I don't know, but once you get up there, I don't think it is this one. Once you get up there, you might be able to jump down onto him. So I'm gonna look up the tutorial and actually see what ledge it is and how to actually get up there. Okay, so I was actually correct. That exact ledge that I was jumping on, I think this one, is actually how you get up there. It's just very difficult from what I can actually tell. You have to do it very precisely. But luckily for me, I'm not actually trying to beat the game. I'm just trying to see if it's possible. So let's head back to Mr. Mario and try and see if we can do any damage to Rykard. Alright, so let's go trigger him. And then I think it's just this back of the arena here. Hello, Mr. Serpent. And there are two phases, so if someone were to actually do this, which I don't even think this is... It's technically possible. I don't think it's humanly possible, just because you do like 3 damage every single time. So yeah, it's this ledge. Just want to make sure I get the correct one. So yeah, once you get up here... Oh, hello, Mr. Rykard. So yeah, once you get up here, then you can like jump all along the edge here. So I'm just gonna... So, let's see. Yeah, I think if you jump right down... Ow. Ow. Get away from me, head. I don't want to get flung off. I think if... stop. No, get back here. Please. Ow, I'm just trying to jump on you. Like, it's very hard to even get an angle here. Okay, this might work even better. Look. Hey, 4 damage! It's possible! So, getting to the, what do they call it? The plateau. There we go. Is quite easy. You don't have to kill anything. So the next actual boss you have to defeat is the dude that is guarding the capital. Oh yeah, did I not even get Torrent? I should probably go do that. Just gonna go beat the game without ever talking to the maiden. Maidenless run. I think that's actually on my list of things to try out. Upcoming video, maybe. Alright, give me the ring. Go away, woman. Go. Leave me. Oh. She wants to get married now. She just gave me a ring. Goodbye, woman. Go away. Yes, I killed her. Back to actual business. I mean, I got Princess Peach back at home. Don't give me any of this Melina or whatever her name is. I didn't even bother to ask. So the interesting thing with open world bosses, I'm just gonna call them, like where it's not in a dungeon, is you can kind of just leave and go off. And there's actually, I don't know, are there any other just open world bosses other than the one up here? Because this one is not optional. You have to defeat him to move on with the game. But luckily for us, he's actually right near a cliff, and parrying does not do any damage whatsoever. So you can kind of just like parry him off the cliff. All right, with all that out of the way, the next boss is Goldfree. Yes, not Godfrey, no, but Goldfree. For he is golden, and he is free. Now, what makes this run maybe not possible, I haven't really thought too far ahead, is if one of these bosses that you need to defeat does not work, then it's all basically kapooey, you know? So let's see. This is a very big boss arena. It just seems kinda limited from what I can tell so far. Might be something. Hold up. Okay, you can get up there. It's just you kind of got to be very high up to do any damage to bosses. And he is also a fairly chunky boss. Yeah, that's not going to work. Alright, well, I'm going to look up if there's any gold-free skip. Because I think that's the only thing that I can do now. Okay. Finally, I think I have found an answer. Okay, so what you can do, at least from what I've seen, is you can kind of jump around him, like outside the arena, and then you can get up. Now, they didn't actually do that for Goldfree, because there's a faster way to skip, like they were doing a all glitches speedrun or something from the video that I just saw. So they don't actually skip him, but they do skip Gideon, which is the next one, like which is the boss in that same arena, and basically nothing has changed. As for like the actual layout of the place, so I think I'm gonna just count that as definitely skippable. It is a glitch, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so there aren't a ton of bosses actually left. We are getting relatively close, with not too many glitches being done. Although this is kind of where it becomes a boss rush. Now, there is actually a boss right after this, so the fun continues. This one I am having heavy doubts, just thinking ahead a little bit, which I should not be doing, because it takes the fun out of it. So, brain, turn off. Return to bunk. I had to skip the feet cutscene. No, he still got him out. Alright, so we're just gonna have him attacking us in the background. It's perfectly fine. But this is kind of why I'm worried, because I don't remember anywhere that you can jump up on. There is the Elden Throne. That seems to be the only thing that you could possibly jump on, which you can if you do it right, which I did not do it right then. So yeah, there will have to be some glitches here if it's gonna work. But this is why I'm also kind of worried, because you have to kill him. He can't just be in the background. He has to actually die. Mainly because you need to go into this room here. and then you have to like rest at the exact grace that is in this room. So I don't know if that's actually possible. I need to look up some glitches here. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, or you can welcome me back. I'm kind of bloody because he's just been attacking me, but I think I might have found something. Might not work. I don't entirely know how the whole thing goes, but you can technically kind of skip him. So what you can do, from what I'm seeing here, is you can run around and skip to the fire giant, which is the next step. All right, so normally what happens is you beat Morgott. After you defeat him, you try and enter the tree, but it turns out there are branches guarding the way, so you can't actually get to the door. Um, so then you have to. Also, what is going on here? Am I too high, so it's not loading in? Why is it so funny? There we go. So yeah, you can't actually go into the tree, and then you have to leave the arena, run out here, and defeat the fire giant, or go to the snowfield area. My question though is, how do you actually get there, and can you glitch past it? So let's see. So you can open the doors. I think it's possible then. But uh-oh. There's a big old door with a big old seal. Well, these stairs are the answer because there are these lanterns or whatever you want to call them. And there's actually a way to go behind this entire kind of platform area. Let's see. Oh, mister. Quit that. Trying to reach me now. So yeah, you can like jump around this area if you are good enough, and then you can get behind this door. Now, how that works is with like the dragon incantations, you can gain height with that a little bit and stop yourself midair, which will actually propel you forward and up if you do it right. So you could technically get behind here with a minor glitch, actually, for you're only just using what's in the game. So let's continue on. Now here's where the run starts to kind of devolve from the whole only jumping, kind of, because what people might not remember is you can't actually get to the fire giant, his big old mountain that he has, without beating Morgott, because your lady, not Peach, but your fake maiden, gives you a little medallion that you can use to get up there. Um, but there is a glitch that you can do with Torrent, which will give him infinite height, and you can actually jump up there by avoiding the death zones. And there's quite a few people that have done it online. Um, and I'm pretty sure it's fairly easy, but it's still definitely a glitch. But why I say it hasn't devolved entirely is because you're still jumping to get up there on Torrent. It's like an infinite jump glitch. So yeah, you can actually get up there, but it's just a little bit shady. Now that you're up on the mountaintops of the giants, there's really nothing that you have to do to get over to Fire Giant. So I was gonna teleport over there. Like, there are no bosses that you have to defeat. You just kind of are there. Fire Giant is actually one of the bosses that got me thinking about this challenge. Because I thought, well, the arena is so utterly massive that there must be some cliff that you can jump off of and get onto the boss. Now, the issue is the fire giant is the biggest boss in the game. So it's going to be quite difficult to actually jump on top of him. Like, look at this man. But he has feet. And feet is normally where you attack in the game, because that's really the only place that you can reach. There are quite a few cliffs. So I think it shall be perfectly fine. Ow. Well, there goes Torrent. Well, that's fine. Alright, so pretty sure now I don't think I'll actually be able to do it because he just moves so slow and I don't have that time. But actually I might be able to do it right here. Ooh, well, I missed, but I think you could just, yeah, there, I just did 8 damage to him by jumping on him. So he is definitely possible. Thank you for being so easy. I actually like you now. But I don't like him enough to not kill him, so... Sorry, Fire Giant, but you must die. Ow. Hey, you rolled into me, well now I'm gonna roll into you. Ow. Well, just give me time. Oh, come back here. No, he knows. There we go. Alright, we can finally get rid of this imposter of a maiden, and, can start returning to Peach pretty soon here, because I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing. Or actually what we're doing is we're trying to take the Elden Ring, not to use it for power, but to propose to Princess Peach. Yes! No, don't be sad. Oh, actually no, he's so happy that he's sad because he's finally getting rid of her. Finally. After so many years. Or, like, what? 30 minutes. We can get rid of her. Burn. Yes. Also, her hands already look burnt. I don't care, though. Burn again. Yes. Okay, I'm not screaming my lungs off for women burning. Anyways, now we wake up in Dragonland. Now, Dragonland is interesting because you do have to actually beat a boss to get to the, or you have to beat 2 bosses. All right, so you don't have to beat anything to get to these bosses, which I do enjoy. Aha, it is this one. All right. Oh, this one is yeah, this one's gonna be pretty much just entirely pain. Yeah, you know it. Godskin Duo. The only idea I have for this one is to get up on these pillars. Which, here we go. Ow. No, don't. I'm supposed to have unlimited poise. What is this? Yeah, I have unlimited poise on. Or super poise. Look. I don't know if that's gonna work, actually. Hold on, let me try again. Lady. Oh, wait, hold up. 3 damage. It works. Well, at least it works for the big dude. Which, I don't know if you technically have to defeat the skinny dude. Just because of how this boss works. They have combined health. Alright, so next one is none other than Malekith. And I am having some heavy doubts towards Malekith. Mainly because you have to defeat him. I don't think you can skip him. Alright. Mr. Malekith. Oh, hold up. These pillars. I mean, if you get it right. I don't know if that's possible. Is like the super poise not working or something? I'm not supposed to be thrown around like this. Well, there is something that might be useful. That is, there is a giant moat of just nothing. Oh, and he threw me down there. Well, thank you for showing it off, Malekith. Yeah, there's a massive just nothing down here. That you might be able to, parry him off of. I don't know though. I'm gonna look it up. All right. So what I found is it's kind of good because it's possible to beat Malekith without dealing damage other than just jumping on his head. But this kind of is going to be the rest of the run now. So what you have to actually do is a very major glitch, which is basically shooting your player across the entire world so that it despawns the arena. And how all the loading works, at least from what I can tell, the boss stays loaded in longer than the arena does. So what happens is when you shoot yourself across the entire world with this glitch, the boss actually falls through the floor because the arena despawns, and then he instantly dies to a death box. So yeah, that's basically what happens here. It does mean it's technically possible without actually dealing damage other than just jumping on him, because he is dealing the damage himself. He is simply jumping into the void on his own accord. So, I won't judge, but it's technically a win in my books. So yeah, like I said, the run starts to kind of devolve here with the whole challenge of only dealing damage by jumping. Mainly because all these bosses are just in arenas that are flat and plain. Which, to be completely honest, those are normally the better arenas to fight in if you want to have a one-on-one. Like, good, fair fight. Whereas Marget, his arena, that's a little bit difficult for the actual player. Because I don't know how many times I've rolled off that cliff. So because all the boss arenas are about the same now, and they're all flat, there's not really too many options to jump on top of them. Because here we are at Gideon. Now, if you remember from last time, Mr. Gideon here, he's in the same exact arena. Literally nothing has changed last time. Which means he's basically not able to be killed by only jumping on him. The only thing I do want to see here is he is the same height as, well, roughly the same height as the Tarnished. So, these other, these things that we were jumping off for the last boss that was in this arena might work for Gideon if we were actually trying the challenge. Oh, and I think that would have dealt damage if it was possible. So no, it is not possible by only jumping. So no, it's not possible to actually deal damage with to him by jumping. But luckily you can skip him because you can skip gold free, and they are the exact same layout for everything. So yeah, you can just jump around the boss arena if you truly do desire. So yeah, up here with Godfrey, same arena as Morgott, but last time we were able to just skip him. Because, we didn't actually have to fight this man, we could just go around. But this time, you cannot skip this boss because, well, I mean, you technically can. They do that in the All Glitches speedrun. But that basically has the same fate for him, which is death by not jumping on him. And also, well, actually, something did change. The only possible way to get height is now gone. You quite literally cannot gain height anymore. Unless you find some, crazy hitbox that you can jump on. This was the only thing I had some... and maybe even if he bonks you up there, that's possible. You cannot actually stand up there. Which, actually, hold up. Since I'm here, I might as well try. No clip. Up in this. Disable no clip. And it is not possible. It's definitely not possible for this boss then. Quite sad. Can I just go through here? Okay, bye-bye. Goodbye, boss. I'm just gonna go up here now. Alright, that's what they do in the run, and it's technically possible from what I've seen, so might as well not kill him. Just another boss that has not as much broken this challenge. And yes, here is the final-ish boss of the game, which is none other than Radagon, and I think you can kind of see the issue here. This is quite literally the flattest boss arena ever. So, like with the some of the other bosses, like Malekith, you can beat this boss by deloading the arena, and then Radagon should just fall to his death. I'm pretty sure that's how they do it. The Elder Beast is actually even a flatter of an arena. Because this has like a few like branches on the ground. But yeah, look at Elder Beast Arena. What is this? It's just water. Yeah, I'll jump on your head. There you go. And boom! That's it. That's the game. You can technically beat Elden Ring by only jumping to do damage. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Way too long of my time. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video at all, then consider subscribing, liking, and you know, joining the Discord. It would help out a lot because Night Rain is right around the corner, and I want to get some people, friends to play it. So if you want a smaller community of Elden Ring enjoyers, then consider joining it. It shall be in the description and top comment. Anyways, I gotta go back to Princess Peach now, so I hope to see you guys in another video.